Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode on the YouTube channel. On today's video we have a big game in the title race as we play Colchester, one of the more favoured sides to look to go up and get promoted in through the automatic spots, but more importantly, look to fight us for the title. We also have a few other things going on in the background leading up into this game as well, which we're going to discuss. And if you haven't been checking out the content, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're usually releasing shorts, but we're documenting all big games live as a live com. So instead of you feeling obligated for me to do episodes, if there is a stretch of nothingness happening, say for instance we win this game and next minute we win the next 15 in a row, it'll just be a 1 minute short where I'll recap what's going on, and that will help you keep you engaged with the save. As you can see from the top of the table, we are top. It's a nice place to be in. We're on 44 points, but we're equal with old foes, Notts County. We also have Colchester, who are a point behind us. We have played 20 games. Everyone else has played 21. So a win here today will put us in a pretty commanding position to make sure that we're in a game in hand on Colchester, who are predicted to do very well this year. If we look at the season preview, Colchester are predicted to finish 5th, with Stockport in 2nd and Notts County also in 3rd. And I definitely think a game against Notts County is going to be coming up moving forward down the track. Stockport are also in and around the mark, and as you can see, from 5th through to 1st, even though we have a game in hand, there's only 2 points separating. I do think there's going to be a lot of good games to watch going forward, and there might be a couple more live cons moving down towards the end of the season. With that as well, if you have a look at our schedule, our last short was when we had played 11 games. There's been the occasional blip. We did lose 1-0 to Notts County in a game where nothing much really happened, and one extra shot on target seemed to prove the pivotal moment, as we did concede. I think that was to Macaulay Longstaff, it was. Had a bit of a scare in the FA Cup as well. We got absolutely offended by Clemsfield at home, where they had 3 shots, 0.31 XG, scored from their first shot on target and scored a free kick which hit the bar and hit my keeper and went in. I might just show you how ludicrous it was. And then they scared us in the return leg too, but we are into the 3rd round of the FA Cup where we have Charlton, which is a winnable tie for us, which is not bad, but yeah. Hits the post, hits my keeper and goes in. It's nice. It's fun when that happens. We did win the return leg though, but we only won at 6-4. We were dominating, decided to concede 3 goals in the last 10 minutes, including 2 goals in 3 minutes, to make it nervy before we decided to score in the 96th and extend the lead enough. We also had wins against Gillingham. We also bet in the FA Cup second round 7-1. We had a win against Wigan, which means we're into the next round of the EFL Trophy where we play Blackpool. The board are really happy with that progress, so that's now a competition I don't particularly care about. And we've had a few other wins along the way. We also had a loss to Mansfield in this run too, but on a whole, it's been pretty good. Now, in terms of the system, it has persisted in the 4-1-2-1-2. I will say that in that 7-1 win against Gillingham, we moved 4-3-3 and proceeded to score 4 goals second half. I still think our best team will contain the 4-3-3 moving forward. However, at the moment, I think the 4-1-2-1-2 has earned the right to stay as the system. James McLean is back from suspension, but yet again, he's got 2 more suspensions in the EFL Trophy. He's been sent off 3 times this year already. So 1, 2, and 3, and he just missed 4 games due to suspension. If he gets suspended again, I'm very tempted just to list him up and sell him and tell him he's just not good enough for this level, because the guy likes to get sent off. Outside of that too, we have a couple of things to touch on here. Firstly, Paul Mullen has had a bit of interest about him. So if you have a look at that, Derby are looking at Paul Mullen for 4.2 mil. Now, I'm not a fan of selling my best striker, my best players, but to be fair, Paul Mullen got a bit of 6 or 7 mil towards the end of the deadline. I do have enough striker depth probably to get through this season and sell him. I don't particularly want to. He's now been cut by Wales. I think he's a club legend moving forward. He's got 6 goals and 5 assists in 14 matches, 11 starts. He's very, very, very good. I don't particularly want to sell him. However, he's not a bad player that we could potentially sell. Now, second thing we also did do is youth intake. We did get our first youth intake there. We expected an excellent intake. They have a terrific group of footballers with a B-grade central midfielder. It does look good on paper, but I will tell you right now that even if they're 4-star, which is decent at most levels, as you move up the ranks, they become a little bit less and less usable. So hopefully it's a decent intake, and a lot of them can play 18s football to improve the 18 squad. But I don't think there's, judging from this screen, that there's going to be anyone that decides to make it into our first 11. With that being said, hopefully I am very much mistaken. Let's get into this game though, and our team will be as followed. Arthur, who, by the way, is still not got a contract offer from Arsenal, and I'm hoping upon hope that we can actually look to offer him a deal. I think you can't move on a free or a Bosman move, as they call it over there, until you're 24. So it might be something we have to keep in mind until towards the end of the season. But he's developing very well, and he's looking very good as the keeper. Lowton, Boyle, O'Connor, and Foster. And the only reason that we're not doing anything is Tyler needed a rest. He's been complaining. He's played with the New Zealand national side 3 times already this season, and then played a full under-21s comp. And as you can tell from our matches, even though he'd be one of our best, he's only played 12. So we're resting him here, which I know is a big game to rest him for, but it's because we got a lot of games moving forward. Foster's been great. Evans, O'Connor, Lewis Bate is now considered our best player at the football club. He does look good, the 21-year-old. Obviously, my plan is to loan him in again from Leeds next year, but I really do think Leeds will probably look to take him back. I'm hoping at some stage we might be able to sign Lewis Bate. Elliot Lee, Ollie Palmer, because of his form. He's got the most goals this season. He's got 7 and 4 and 15, which means Lyle Taylor in this system is on the bench. I do think moving forward it would be the 4-3-3, and it will be with Lyle Taylor out in the left with Mullen up top and Palmer off the bench. But at the moment with Fletcher and Taylor and Palmer and Mullen all at the football club, I think playing 2 strikers makes a lot of sense, and the 4-1-2-1-2 has been very good. Arthur, Lowton, Boyle, O'Connor and Foster, Evans, O'Connor and Bate, Lee, Palmer and Mullen. The team's been in a very good shape. Win this game, it's massively huge. We're of course live on stream, links down below to our Twitch, and let's see what we can do here today. I am going to make one quick little note, and Will Boyle does not play as a central defender on cover. He plays as a central defender on defend. The main reason we make that change is he does not have the pace to get to cover over the top. Evans, O'Connell, and we look to move it around here in the red. Colchester obviously in the white. Probably should have a look at their team. But anyway, Lowton towards the byline. Cuts it towards Paul Mullen. We lead 1-0. Easy as you like. And this is the thing, is we've had games where we look very good and we blow teams away. We've had games where we have looked like we can't score. Like we just did against Forest Green. We drew 2-2. We needed a 96-minute equaliser from an O'Connor corner and an O'Connell header. In the end, Lowton with a good ball front stick. Paul Mullen doesn't miss many. And if we go the low route, Mullen usually sweeps up. And if we go the high route, Palmer, being the big man, generally does well. It's typical big man, small man syndrome that we play with. Anyway, Evans with a good tackle. We force the turnover, and Lyons, Foster should be able to recycle here pretty comfortably, the inverted wing back. O'Connell finds O'Connor as he drives and looks for Mullen's feet. Great switch out to Lewis Bate. He made a run from deep. Lewis ain't going to miss that one. And the best player in the league, Lewis Bate, finds the bottom bin. The 21-year-old might just fire us to promotion by himself. Fantastic little finish. With that too, at the end of this episode, I'm also going to show you guys the data hub, because if he performed anywhere near our expected goals, etc., we probably would have won the league already this year. And I really do think there's a way that after this episode, if we just run away with everything, it's just going to be a case of some 1-minute shorts. Anyway, Evans, O'Connell, Palmer, back to O'Connell, Lyons, Foster, Lee, Mullen. Should have scored, wow. Could have gone around the keeper, could have chipped the keeper, instead he put it straight at the keeper. 2-0 up, 15 minutes played. We are blitzing Colchester here in this big game. Ball back stick towards Boyle, cleared away. Now, I don't know why there's so many backstick balls, because I have got him on trying to, as Palmer nearly wins, trying to go either near stick or short. Let's see if this one's a near stick one. Looks like we're setting up for a far stick. Oh no, Palmer's gone short now. That's a bit better. Fortunately, not one, and that's going to be cleared. That's probably your highlight here as Lowton sweeps up. Or not. O'Connor, left foot, deflected, falls to Lewis Bate. We're pretty lucky. It wasn't the highlights. 3-0. Bate gets his second. It's his 10th for the year already from central midfield. And well, boys, we are 3-0 up in a game where it's first versus third, and we are flying. O'Connor with the ball, deflected, found Bate. Great readjustment, great header. And in the end, that was a beautiful animation. And by the 20th minute mark, you could nearly say this game is over. Goodman's in goal. He's a very good player. And Egbo's also decent at this level by memory. Anyhow, Forest Green have Troy Deeney, who gave us some issues last game out. 7 shots, 6 on target, 60% of the ball. We don't always keep the ball in this system. But this is not too bad. Now, 45 minutes played, time's ticked away here. We've looked very good. And we are winning 3-0. Boys are doing brilliantly. When's my next game? 2 days until we play Accrington. This is an opportunity to do this, and I normally would not do this, but I am doing it. Moving into the 4-3-3. Bates, obviously a fantastic player for us. Elliot Lee's obviously not bad, and Paul Mullen's Paul Mullen. So I'm actually thinking what we do is we get Elliot Lee on one side, and we're going to get Lyle Taylor on the other side. Yes, definitely not long until the next game, and James McLean's going to come in as the inside forward on support on the other side as well. Think we're going to do that. Also think that this is not a bad game to get Max Lowton off, and we can move more into a wing back on support. The main reason we're doing this is I am going to go to frequently time wasting, a lower tempo, shorter passing, and work the ball into the box while playing for a set piece. And the main reason for doing that is I just want the boys to go out there, knock the ball around, keep 65% possession in the second half. As long as Colchester don't score early, they can expend very small amounts of energy and be pretty fit for the Accrington game as well moving forward. So we will do that, make those changes. And you will see that we generally play pretty well in this system too. As you can see, we are now at a 67% possession and knocking the ball around very, very, very well. 59 minutes played. I am going to make another change here as well. Don't really have anyone that can play on the left, but we have Fletcher that can play up front. I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to move Fletcher. I'm going to move McLean out to left back, and Fletcher's going to go into there up front, but more target man on support, and Taylor's going to go more inside forward on attack. That's just going to make sure that Lyons Foster, who I think is a fantastic footballer, can continue to play. As you can look by the data hub and the match momentum, I should say not the data hub, we are flying. We do have a highlight here in the 4-3-3. McLean, ball in towards Lee. Unfortunately, his effort was pretty much blocked as he tried to take a strike. Barring some, miraculous turnaround, this looks like a game we're going to win easy. Ball front stick, cleared away only as far as O'Connor. Whips it back out there towards Taylor, doesn't win that one. O'Connor will sweep and is good with his feet. Finds the ball to McLean, who hits from distance, and Goodman watches it around the post. Wasn't the most conventional save or conventional animation, but it was a save nonetheless from the Colchester keeper. 3-0, we've looked superb in today's match. Cleared away by only as far as McLean. Evans again, McLean's there. Can he dig or can he get across? So that he looks to keep, and that's perfectly fine in this system as well. Time ticks away. I am going to make one last change here too. And Andy Cunning's going to come in for George Evan, who's definitely part of the first team. 65% the ball, 92 pass completion, limited Colchester to not much. And we got to pretty much rotate / or play a lower tempo system late doors here. Barring some late drama, this has gone to perfection. Egbo looks inside, finds Akindi, cuts it. Hooper looked off. He's actually headed into the bar. And wow, that's a big miss from Hooper. Could have been a nervy end. I don't know how he's missed. In the end, though, we've probably got to a stage where this would be consolation more than anything if they were to score. I would rather have the clean sheet, though. Mitchell, backstick, keeper, Arthur claims all 6'6" of him. As you can tell by the fitness out there with the boys, we actually look pretty good. McLean finds Lewis Bate, definitely man of the match today. Taylor looked like he was fouled, but we're giving it straight back to him. And sometimes when you play on this more possession-based 4-3-3 at this level, you just get caught on the ball touch, as we've seen here. But it wasn't about that. It was just about ticking this game away and saying, well, we win. We're marshalling this one now, and it's all she wrote, as Fever might have a chance here, and it's gone wide and just high. That's all she wrote, though. 3-0 win. A dominating first 20 minutes blew this game away. Top of the table clash. And then from then we were able to see it out, put the boys, let them relax, and do the business. No one really having an off game in the starting 11. A couple of the boys off the bench that played up front probably starved of a little bit of creativity because of the change of system. But 15 shots, 8 on target, 2.36 XG, a 3-0 win, and Lewis Bate with a man of the match performance and a brace from the middle of the park has seen us beat Colchester, one of our title rivals, and that puts us equal top with Notts, But with a game in hand, we're a point clear of Stockport with a game in hand. But more importantly, we are now 4 points clear of Colchester, we've also got a game in hand on. And we're slowly but surely starting to eke away from that playoff spot and start looking to cement an automatic promotion place. And that would be superb in Season 1. Till next time though, guys, I'll see you guys then. It's probably going to be a short video unless it's a big game against one of the big 3 or 4 around us. Hopefully we continue this good run of form. Hopefully the 4-1-2-1-2 continues to dominate. And maybe, just maybe, this might be the system for the long term. Hopefully we can sign Lewis Bate, Afra and Binden moving forward. See you guys next time. Thank you. Give it a like and subscribe.